Topless knees all look like bone. The only family I've known. The Spanish moss hangs thick and gray. It steals the words the preachers say. The muddy water is my blood, a slow and thick impatient flood. Built their walls of pride and stone to keep the wild things all alone. The secret seeping with the tide. There's nowhere for a soul to hide. They speak of God in halls of white. They've never spent a single night where the darkness breathes and has a name. The God and mine are not the same. I am the orphan of the bayou, born of mist and summer heat. The things that they buy you, my lullabies are serpent's hiss, a prophecy of phantom kiss. I wear the swarm grime on my skin to hide the queen that grows within. They fear the mud, they fear the mire. I use their fear to build my fire. The orphan of the bayou, sharp and sly, with all the stones behind my eye. I read the fortunes in the rust, on river barges turned to dust. I see the futures in the hay, the end of all their golden days. They trade in cotton, trade in sin. They don't know where the rot begins. Stars out here and roots so deep, while all their pretty mansions sleep. They cross their hearts and hope to die, but never stop to wonder why. The ground they walk on feels so strange within the city's gilded cage. I am the fever in their veins, the coming of the cleansing rain. They pray for grace and for a sign. They'll get no mercy that is mine. They fear the things they can't control, and I'm the collector of the toll. I am the orphan of the bayou, born of mist and summer heat. The things that they can't buy you, my lullabies are serpent's hiss, a prophecy of phantom kiss. I wear the swamp grime on my skin to hide the queen that grows within. They fear the mud, they fear the mire. I use their fear to build my fire. The orphan of the bayou, sharp and sly, with all the storms behind my eye. They have their bullets and their gold, 1,000 stories to be told. They have their laws, their books, their creed, but I have something that they need, a reason for the things they fear, a whisper they can't help but hear. They'll call it magic, call it sin. I call it where the games begin. The bayou sleeps, but I do not. The first root begins to rot. The first king begins to fall. I work in powder, roots and bone, the things the city leaves alone. A chicken foot tales of time. They come to me in shades of gray, to wash the guilty hands and pray for fortune, love, or for a death, with whiskey heavy on their breath. I don't sell magic, I sell joy. I give their silent rage a voice. I take their fear, I give it form, a shelter from their private storm. A knotted string, a pinch of dust, the currency of broken trust. I am the grass queen, a basin feet up with their taste so sweet. I stitch your fate with thread and pens for all your virtues, all your sins. So bring your trouble and your dread, the living envy of the dead. Bad grass queen, don't make you clean. She just reveals the things unseen. The captain of the police force, he wants to change his losing course. He brings a lock of his own hair, a silent, desperate, damning prayer. He wants the mayor seat, the crown, to run this rotten, thirsty town. I give him powders blue and deep, while all his rivals are asleep. I tell him when to rise and when to kneel, what secrets to protect or reveal. I don't cast spells, I read the man, I simply execute the plan. He thinks it's magic, thinks it's fate. He doesn't see he is a bait. I am the grizz queen of Basin Street. I make the bitter taste so sweet. I am the grizz queen of Basin Street. I make the bitter taste so sweet. I stitch your fate with thread and pins for all your virtues, all your sins. So bring your trouble and your dread, the living envy, all the dead. The grass queen don't make you clean. She just reveals the things unseen. Is it the powder? Is it the root? The bitter taste of forbidden fruit? Or is it just the simple fact that once you made a midnight pact, you start to see the open doors? The well was always truly yours. You just needed permission to take it. A little dust, a little lie. Watch the mighty captain ride, watch the old king die. My name's a whisper in the bar, beneath the pale and hazy star, spoken by the rich and broke, the dangerous and hopeful joke. They say I made the banker fall with just a whisper in the hall. They say I cured the gambler's hand, put a curse upon his land. My legend grows with desperate stay alive. Of accidents and alibis, a councilman who slips and drowns, the quietest of all the sounds, a mobster's car that flips and burns, the lesson that he never learned. They call it fate, they call it chance, this violent and chaotic dance. But in the speakeasies and death, with unforgiving bitter friend, they raise a glass and nod to me, the source of their conspiracy. My reputation is my shield, the bloodiest of battlefields. My story is the Bourbon Street Bible. It's undeniable, liable to make a good man lose his head and wish that he had stayed in bed. The Bourbon Street Bible's only verse is it can always get much worse. So praise my name and pay your tithe. That's how the desperate stay alive. Never have to draw a knife, I never have to take a life. I just suggest the seeds of doubt and watch them try to tear them out. Fear is a far more potent blade than any weapon ever made. Read the Bible, know the word. The quietest threat is always heard. My throne's a wicker chair that's warm, a relic of a world forlorn. My church is just a single room that smells of jasmine and the tomb. The air is thick with frankincense, it strips a man of all pretense. The shadows dance upon the wall and chronicle each rise and fall. They come here broken, they come in need to plant a dark and desperate seed. They kneel before the simple shrine and act as if it is divine. They don't see me, they see their fear, the reason that they all are here. Welcome to the altar, smoke and bone, the last place you can be alone, with all the things you left unsaid, the living and the grateful dead. The altar, smoke and bone, it doesn't judge, it holds a deep and lasting grudge against the world of sun and steel. It's here you learn what's truly real. The senator's wife in pearls and silk, her skin as pale as buttermilk. She wants her husband's wandering eye to shrivel up and slowly die. She doesn't say it, not out loud, but in this room the truth's allowed. I give her herbs, a candle's flame. I make her whisper out his name. I watch her face, I see the hate, a prisoner of a golden state. I'm not just selling her a curse, I'm her confessor and her nurse. I am the only one who knows the way her pulse and garden grow. Welcome to the altar of smoke and bone, the last place you can be alone, with all the things you've left unsaid, the living and the grateful dead. The altar of smoke and bone, it doesn't judge, it holds a deep and lasting grudge against the world of sun and steel. It's here you learn what's truly real. It's here you learn what's truly real. It's here you learn what's truly real. They think they're praying to the Lord, to Baron Sammy, to Damballa. They think they're calling ancient names to play their little modern game. They're only praying to a mirror, and I'm the one who makes it clearer. The smoker said, the candle burns, another soul who never learns. The altar takes its silent toll. Everything within his reach, he laughed at me, called me fraud, a heathen scorning his own God. He tried to shut my business down, to run my name right out of town. He didn't know the web I'd spun from every secret neath the sun, that I had gathered piece by piece, a masterpiece of no release. I didn't need a single pin, I didn't need a single pin. I knew just where the rot began. It starts with whispers, starts with doubt, the things he couldn't live without. This is a politician's curse. There is no magic, nothing worse than your own sin. Serve cold and deep, while all you're sleeping, watchmen sleep. The politician's curse, a slow decay. I didn't even have to pray, I just let loose a single word, the sweetest poison ever heard, and watched this perfect kingdom fall apart. I told a friend about his death, kind of thing a man can't let the public see, the papers print a subtle, unforgiving hand. I told another of his girl and said his marriage in a whirl. I didn't lie, I didn't cheat on any single bit of feed. I only shared the things I knew, the colors of his black and blue. He saw my hand in every fall, the writing on his office wall. He wasn't fighting me, you see. He fought his own damn history. This is the politician's curse. There is no magic, nothing worse than your own sin. Serve cold and deep while all you're sleeping, watchmen sleep. The politician's curse, a slow decay. I didn't even have to pray. I just let loose a single word, the sweetest poison ever heard, and watched his perfect kingdom fall apart. He came to me, a broken man, his tailored suit, his perfect plan, all torn and tattered, stained with fear. He whispered, tell me what you hear. I told him nothing, not a thing. The spirits have no songs to sing for a man who's already a ghost. That was the cut that hurt the most. The curse wasn't mine, the curse was his. The truth is the only real abyss. The city bows a subtle bend. They call me mother, call me friend. Gangsters leave a gift outside with nowhere left for them to hide. The ladies of the Garden District, their lives so perfectly restricted. Send the drivers with a plea, a little piece of prophecy. I am the axle, I'm the hook of every speakeasy and club. I am the secret they all keep. When they are talking in their sleep, the name they whisper when they're scared, the only soul who's ever dead. Greatest and the very least. The fighter Finn from up the coast, he fears the things he wants the most. He sends a man but never comes. He thinks my power's in the drums and smoke and mirrors, chants and pleas, the fever dreams of a good disease. He doesn't know my power's real in every single crooked deal. He makes chasing shadows late at night, outside the reach of my own sight. I know his heart, I know his pain, the Irish ghost inside the rain. He fears the woman, not the witch, in this deep and unforgiving ditch. They call me Mama Solange, a name of fear, a name of grace, the queen of this chaotic place, chaotic place. Mama Solange, I am the toll, the keeper of the city's soul. Chaotic place, chaotic place. They bring me gold, I give them signs, I read between their crooked lines. Chaotic place, chaotic place. Mama Solange, I am the priest, the greatest and the very least. This mother has no child to hold. Her hands are rough, her heart is cold. I am the anchor in the flood, a queen whose crown is made of mud. And every soul that I protect is one more soul I must collect. A piece of for my own design, their cities there, but they are mine. Mama Solange, the name's a chain, a gilded cage, your golden rain. The candles flicker low and deep. I watch the city while it sleeps. I hold a skull in my hand. I feel the weight of this whole land. The ritual is done, the prayer is said. I've spoken with a long time dead. Or have I, is it just a show? The only trick I truly know, the herbs I burn, the words I speak, for the powerful and for the weak. Is it a science? Is it art to play a part of broken heart? I see the patterns, see the flaws, the effect that follows every cause. Is this God or is this God? This crooked, knowing, patient smile. Am I a prophet or a fraud? Applauded and yet so flawed. I give them faith, I give them faith, I give them faith, the things they desperately need to hear. But when the final candle dies, I can't escape my own two eyes. Is this God or is this God? Just for a little tiny while, I wish I knew. I wish I knew, I wish I knew. The man I cursed last week is gone before the breaking of the dawn. His heart gave out. The papers say he'd been unwell for many a day. Was it my whisper in his ear that gave a name to his own fear, that pushed him just beyond the brink and didn't give him time to think? I have the power that is true to this life? Is this God or is this God? This crooked, no impatient smile. Am I a prophet or a fraud? Applauded and yet so flawed. I give them faith, I give them faith, I give them fear, the things they desperately needed to hear. But when the final candle dies, I can't escape my own two eyes. Is this God or is this God? Just for a little tiny while, I wish I knew. I wish I knew, I wish I knew. If I'm holy, I'm a saint of sin. From where does this dark power begin? If I'm a liar, I'm the best there's been. And that's a different kind of win. Does it even matter if it's real? As long as it's the thing they feel. The question fades, the word remains. The city's blood runs through my veins, real or not. The only moon's a candle's light. I draw the vive upon the floor, the sigil of the things I know. With cornmeal, coffee, ash, and sand. Comes down south on a steel train, with ice and winter in his veins. He doesn't fear the things down here. His only God is what is clear, and cold and sharp and made of steel. The only power he can feel. He brings the guns, he brings the cash. His smiles are quick and brutal gash. They call him the Chicago Racer. He's a new and unfamiliar flavor of violence, organized and clean. The coldest killer ever seen. He wants the poor, he wants the trade. The empire, my fear is into my holy room, and all I smell is gasoline and doom. He doesn't bow, he doesn't kneel. watches me with empty eyes. He sees right through my best disguise. My powders are just dust to him. My ritual's a foolish whim. He says that fear is a disease that brings a strong man to his knees. But he's the cure, he is the knife that cuts away the wasted life. He makes an offer, cold and clear, to end my reign right now, right here. Join me, he says, or step aside. There's nowhere left for you to hide. Your ghost can't stop a bullet's path, so face my cold and simple man. The Chicago razor, sharp and bright, he cuts right through the darkest night. He doesn't believe in ghosts or gods, just beating all the simple odds. The Chicago razor, here to stay, to calm my whole damn world away. He said my magic is a fraud, a child's game for the weak and flawed, and he has come to end the game. For the first time in a long, long while, I can't produce a knowing smile. He isn't scared, he isn't weak. The old words that I always speak mean nothing to a man like this. A cold and sharp abyss. How do you curse a man who has no soul? The razor leaves, the thread is made. The first time I have been afraid. Moves in outward, phone line with clear and calculated designs. His arm is built, guns and men. He strikes and then he strikes again. My arm is built of smoke and doubt. The rumors that I send throughout the city's veins, the city's heart, the terrorist perfect plans apart. He flies a kite bye-bye. The razor's getting desperate now. He's broken his own silent vow. He's shedding blood out on the street, a bitter and a cold defeat. He targets those who trust in me, the roots of my own family, and no priest who would give me aid is found beside a sharp blade. A baker who would light a fire is hanging from a telephone wire. This isn't business, it ain't me. This is a deep and personal war. He's trying to cut out my heart by tearing all my world apart. He thinks that if the fly He thinks that if the roots are burned, the final lesson has been learned. This is his blood out on the stone, the only family I've known. This is a price for my own rain, a blinding and a burning pain. The saint's blood is a call to war, for everything worth fighting for. He's woken something deep inside, where all the ancient spirits hide. He wanted something real to see, now see the real me. I walk the streets, I see the fear. The end of my whole world is near. My people look at me and bleed to stop this unforgiving bleed. They came to me for simple signs. I drew them into my design. I use their faith, I use their trust, and now it's turning into dust. The power that I claim to hold, the story that I bought and sold, is useless against a simple knife that steals a simple honest life. The queen is failing, all can see my own pathetic prophecy. This is the saint's blood on the stone, the only family I have known. This is a price for my own reign, a blinding and a burning pain. The saint's blood is a call to war, for everything worth fighting for. He's woken something deep inside, where all the ancient spirits hide. He wanted something real to see, now see the real me. I go back to my empty room, the altar's just a silent tune, and for the first time I don't pretend. I pray for this whole thing to end. I don't pray for a clever lie, I pray for power to make him die. And something in the darkness still, the saint's blood call. The night is deep, a promise that the swamp will keep. The razor's getting desperate now. He's broken his own silent vow. He's shedding blood out on the street, a bitter and a cold defeat. He targets those who trust in me, the roots of my own family, and no priest who would give me aid is found beside a sharpened blade. A baker who would light a fire is hanging from a telephone wire. This isn't business, it ain't me. This is a deep and personal war. He's trying to cut out my heart by tearing all my world apart. He thinks that if the flock is dead, the shepherd has nowhere to head. He thinks that if the roots are burned, the final lesson has been learned. This is his streets I see the fear. The end of my whole world is near. My people look at me and bleed to stop this unforgiving bleed. They came to me for simple signs. I drew them into my design. I used their faith, I used their trust, and now it's turning into dust. The power that I claim to hold, the story that I bought and sold, is useless against a simple knife that steals a symbol on a slide. The queen is failing, all can see my own pathetic prophecy. This is the saint's blood on the stone, the only family I have known. This is a price for my own reign, a blinding and a burning pain. The saint's blood is a call to war for everything worth fighting for. He's woken something deep inside, where all the ancient spirits hide. He wanted something real to see, now see the real me. I go back to my empty room. The altar's just a silent tune, and for the first time I don't pretend. I pray for this whole thing to end. I don't pray for a clever lie, I pray for power to make him die. And something in the darkness still, the saint's blood call. The night is deep, a promise that the swamp will keep. There is a place the city fears, where all the pavement disappears, where cypress trees and waters blend, and all the pretty stories end. Yeah, I'll take his picture and his name, feed a much more ancient flame. I'll leave the powders and the dust for something I can truly trust. The swamp itself, the mud, the rock, the one true God this city's got. I didn't wanna come up here to face my own and deepest fear, that the power's real and I'm enslaved, the keeper of a watery grave. No more trick, no more pretend. This goes beyond all common. I'm not the queen here, I'm the priest, unleashing the most ancient beast. I'm summoning the mire, a fever dream, a slow and thick and muddy stream. I'm calling up the things that sleep in waters that are dark and deep. Summoning the mire, a final plea for the swamp to claim my enemy. Let the fog grow thick, let the ground give way. There'll be a final price to pay. I cut my hand, I let it bleed, to plant a dark and final seed. I whisper out his given name, I start the final deadly game. I don't know what will happen now. I've broken my own sacred vow to only use the fear of man and not this old and awful plan. The air grows cold, the water stills, the night with something ancient fills. I feel it wake, I feel it rise behind my own exhausted eyes. I've opened up a door tonight that I can never close up tight. I'm summoning the Maya, a fever dream, a slow and thick and muddy stream. I'm calling up the things that sleep in waters that are dark and deep. I'm summoning the Maya, a final plea for the swamp to claim my enemy. Let the fall grow thick, let the ground give way. There'll be a final price to pay. I have unleashed a thing of hate to seal another person's fate. And when the work is finally done, when this last awful war is won, will it return to its dark bed, or will it come for me instead? It doesn't matter, not at all. I just wanna see him fall. The mire wakes, the city sleeps. The promise that the darkness keeps. Razors in his penthouse high, beneath a clear and cloudless sky. He's counting cash, he's won the war. He doesn't know what is in store. A fog rolls in a strange green haze in these hot and humid summer days. It crawls right up the building's face and fills the entire empty space. He feels a chill, he locks the door, fear he's never felt before. He checks his gun, he checks the hall, he's waiting for my final call. But this call isn't on a wire, it's fueled by a much older fire. He thinks it's just a change in the air. He doesn't see the shadow stare. He doesn't hear the water rise behind his cold and empty eyes. The serpent in the sewer fall. He'll finally answer to the call of things he mocked and things he scorned. A final lesson, a final warning. The serpent in the soup will break for one last terrible mistake. He thought my kingdom was just fear. He didn't know the swamp was here and it had come to claim its own. They find him in the morning light, a truly terrifying sight. His face is frozen in a screen, the victim of a waking dream. The wind systems had been mocked. No poison found, no single wound on this high and consecrated ground of money, power, glass, and steel, the only things he thought were real. The papers call it a strange death, the final stolen panic breath, but the people in the streets all know the way the seeds of vengeance grow. The serpent in the suit has failed. He's heard the final tolling bell of things he mocked and things he scorned. A final lesson, a final warning. The serpent in the suit is broke. The final bitter whisper joke. He thought my kingdom was just fear. He didn't know the swamp was here, and it had come to claim its own. Did the spirits come? Did the water rise? Did the fear just finally paralyze? Did a fever dream just take his soul? Or did he simply lose control? It doesn't matter how he died. The only truth is that he lied. He said that I had nothing real. Now that's a wound that will not heal. The serpent's gone. The suit is empty. The city's mine. But it has cost me plenty. This is quiet, peace is won, and all the fighting said and done. They bring me gifts, they sing my praise, the savior of these desperate days. My enemies are dead or gone. I wait alone here for the dawn. My altar's clean, the room is cold. The greatest story has been told. I won the war, I passed the test. I put my single ghost to rest. But the power that I had to find has left the wasteland in my mind. I am the queen, supreme, alone upon a cold and empty throne. I am the queen of nothing. At the end of all I fall and a trusted friend. The queen of nothing, bought and sold. The story is growing old. I am the fear, I am the crown of the most respected ghost in town. But all the power in this place can't fill this empty hollow space. I look into the candle's flame, and I can't even say my name. I'm Mama Salam, I am the priest, the greatest and the very least. I am the the darkness for a sword, and it obeyed its servant's word. It gave me everything I crave, and now I'm perfectly enslaved, not to a master, not to a king, but to this empty, hollow thing they call a crown. The queen is here, the queen will reign in silent, everlasting pain. Jazz begins a soulful plea, the city's wild biography. It doesn't care who won or lost, it doesn't even count the cost. It just survives, it breathes and grows, the only truth it ever knows. I walk the streets, no longer queen, just part of this chaotic scene. City's pleasure and its pain. I am the city's secret heartbeat, in the mud and in concrete, the whisper in the alleyways that marks the end of someone's days. The city's secret heartbeat, deep and low, the reason that the gardens grow on top of secrets, on top of bone. You'll never ever be alone. A new man comes with eyes of steel. He thinks his modern world is real. He'll build his towers, make his plans with cold and clean and clever hands. He'll laugh at stories, laugh at ghosts. He'll make his deals and make his toast. Pressure's on and all his easy luck is gone. He'll hear a whisper of a name, a long forgotten ancient game, and he will search and he will find the fear that's buried in his mind, and he will come and knock on a new door, not knowing what he's looking for. He's looking for the city's secret heartbeat, in the mud and in the concrete, the whisper in the alleyways that marks the end of someone's days. The city's secret heartbeat, deep and low, the reason that the gardens grow on top of secrets, on top of bone. You'll never ever be alone. The queen is dead, long live the queen, the most effective unseen scene. Power isn't a crown you wear, it's the very soul of the city's air. I am not gone, I just became the city's oldest whisper. heartbeat fades, the saxophone cries beneath the hot and heavy skies. I am here